Yeah, yeah. Hit the like button now. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, 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 yeah. Well, I'm sick though. I'm sick though. It's about to be at least a rough week. I'm officially sick. Nose stuffed up. Nose keep running. Yeah, it's about to be a bad week or two. But we still gonna have a good stream though.
That's the
Oh, I
hard
can do
thing.
better.
It's the hat you do in my right, is what I'm saying.
85% of men who approached women were really out of the woman's league. The only thing that kept the woman in a league was because she looked a little cute and she might suck a dick. That was it. At least 85% of men who have approached 100% of women were out of the woman's league, for real. Like on some real shit, not just looking cute for that 5 minutes, but on some real, like on character levels, intellect levels, the man's out of her league.
Thanks, X. Appreciate you. Um, Even though I'm sick, these bitches still gotta get this work. Yeah, they still gotta get roasted for the betterment of society. Oh boy. Yeah, 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 yeah. Right, so hold on. Everybody hit the like button just out of respect, you know? About to get started in less than 3 minutes. Bear with me.
So when you finally do find somebody like that.
Into all that drama in today's video.
Would you let your girlfriend have male friends?
No, absolutely not. It's not real.
What is okay? In what group setting? If they're friends, that's
There's no
fine.
need. There's no need. She doesn't have enough girlfriends. You can't make enough friends.
I don't know.
On her own.
Yeah, like the only way that she has guy friends are like friends that are like they're like my friends that they see and they're interacting with them because like we're together.
Got it.
In those settings.
Interesting.
You think like it would be like, yeah, she's gonna be like, I'm gonna go hang out with this guy. He's my friend. Like, what the fuck are you talking
Yeah,
about?
I'm going out to dinner
That's
with
not real.
Joe. Like he's in town.
Well,
so.
dinner's a little intimate. Yeah.
And he's, I don't give a fuck. Go to the park. Go. None of that is all that's
I would
intimate.
say one-on-one's a little intimate, but like, what if it was a group setting or something?
So then
with the
that
homies?
dude's taking my chick out on a date with his boys. Like
Yeah.
that's
But
like what
you-
I do
you
for her.
shouldn't- you shouldn't
like come
feel-
over, baby. Me and my.
You
Like
shouldn't
come
feel-
over, baby. Me and my friends are hanging out.
Okay. The screen was froze, but like if you're taking this woman serious, you already lost. And let me go back here just to keep it fair. If you're dating this dude seriously, you're already lost.
What
You-
I do
you
for her.
shouldn't- you
like
shouldn't
come
feel-
over, baby. Me and my friends are hanging out.
You shouldn't feel threatened though.
It's not
Oh,
that-
look, she's trying to pull the insecurity card. That's crazy.
she
no,
does this
not
all the time.
insecurity. Just you shouldn't feel threatened.
We all know that the vast majority of men would hook up with their female friends if they had the chance. So a lot of the times, these guys are just waiting for their shot. Whenever you get into a fight with your partner or things have just hit a bit of a rough patch, you can bet your ass that these guys are gonna be there so she can lean on their shoulders. Now, if these guys have been well and truly friend-zoned, it's probably not gonna escalate to something. But it's often the case that when people cheat on their partner, it's because lines became blurred and they didn't have any firm boundaries. Rather than putting yourself
Those are her real eyes. I mean, yeah, nice tits. I like eyes. I like pretty eyes. But I mean, gosh, I'm good. I mean, the tattoos throw me off, but whatever.
Yourself into a situation where something could go down. Why not just avoid it altogether?
I'm being dead serious. I'm not even trying to be an asshole at all right now by saying this. I personally have never come across a drop dead gorgeous man, like someone who you're just like, oh, damn, he is fine, that doesn't open their mouth and talk and immediately I get the ick.
You don't think we get the ick when you dingbats get to talking? I mean, hey, I'm not saying this isn't true. Good looking people probably don't have to develop personalities and shit, but like you gotta know it's 10 times worse for us bros. You just gotta know.
They're either just like not well spoken, they're straight up fucking dumb, or arrogant. Every gorgeous guy I've met has had a really shitty personality.
Hey, why do you think you deserve see? Why do you think you deserve to be with not only a gorgeous guy, but a gorgeous guy with a great personality and who's intelligent? You're a five at best. You don't get a gorgeous guy with personality and this and that and character. No, it's hilarious that you feel entitled to this.
I really wish I could find a gorgeous, like, fine man who was so emotionally intelligent, who was well spoken, who had a good personality, who wasn't so full of himself.
This is literally a top 0.01% man, and a five thinks she deserves this. A five thinks she deserves the top 0.01% man. We doomed out here, y'all. We're doomed.
Man who was so emotionally intelligent, who was well spoken, who had a good personality, who wasn't so full of himself.
You are so dumb. You are really dumb. For real. Is this camera on me?
Yes, it's on.
That's stupid. Use your common sense. Right.
I heard about the Diddy verdict. So he got off on the three major uh fucking charges, and he got found guilty on two of the, I guess, minor charges. I haven't kept up with the Diddy case. Diddy seems like a really horrible person, but I mean, I guess if they don't got enough evidence to convict him of whatever, then so be it. But how long has he been in jail? I don't know. I feel like Diddy need a solid 5 for all his sins. I don't know, man. I haven't kept up with the shit enough to really have an opinion on it. I've never thought Diddy was a decent human being, though. I mean, I don't know him personally, obviously, but even when I was a kid, I got the sense that P. Diddy was a piece of shit. So I don't know, man. But hey, if they couldn't convict him, they couldn't convict him. But yeah, money talks, bullshit walks. Facts. What up, Z Corp Alpha? I don't know if I ever seen you in a live chat. Are you new to the channel or not? How old are you and how long you been watching the channel Z Corp, if you don't mind? I mean, we've heard stories of Diddy slapping people, assaulting motherfuckers with weights and shit like that. Nigga need to be in jail. That nigga need a good 5 years to get his mind right. I don't know. But let me not wish jail on niggas because I don't know what he did, what he didn't do. I ain't wishing jail on him. So I don't know, man. I don't know what to say. But if Diddy is the piece of shit I think he is, I think a good 5 years would be good for him. Let me know what y'all think. I'm still offended at this mid-ass bitch talking about she deserves Leonardo DiCaprio in his prime, emotionally intelligent and romantic dates every day. Like I see that's pissing me off. Well, T Orlando's making it a race issue. I don't know if I guess Diddy might be an asshole, but they going after him not because he's a criminal. Well, I can see that. Yeah, for sure. I can see that. I can definitely see that. I can't stand motherfuckers like. I mean, if y'all want me to talk personally, I can't stand motherfuckers like Diddy. I mean, I don't know him, but I'm just saying, if he is who I think he is, I can't stand motherfuckers like that. Like my impression of Diddy, even before all this cracked off, is that he's a fucking monster and a fucking psychopath. I always thought he was an arrogant prick who felt like he was God's gift to the earth. Take that, take that. Like, shut the fuck up, dude. Never liked Diddy, man. Never did. I mean, yeah, you're right. Diddy hasn't moved any different than a million rich white men. Facts. I mean, yeah, you're right. All right, I don't know if you're out Z Court, but if you are, respect. Thanks for subbing. I mean, yeah, a lot of celebrities are like that. I mean, I don't know if I mean, yeah, I don't give a fuck about celebrities. I don't. I don't. I really don't care about celebrities. Just make good albums or movies or whatever and just yeah, leave it at that. I don't look up to none of these motherfuckers or nothing like that. All right, I'm gonna go take some Dayquil. I'm gonna let this play for a minute. I'll be right back.
Where are the gorgeous men at that have a fucking brain? Like, please.
If she was to find the type of man she's describing, someone who sounds like absolute perfection, maybe a fusion of Chris Hemsworth, Albert Einstein, and Matthew Hussey, does she really think he wouldn't step out on her? It's crazy to me how people think they can find a dude like this who'd give them the world on a silver platter without any of the downsides.
Recently, a lady in a video said, "Where have all the good men gone? I'll tell you where they went. They're on the dating apps, being the plague boys they've always wanted to be."
Wouldn't that make them not good men?
You see, marriage and commitment and settling down in long-term relationships are for those average-looking guys who can't really go out and just pick up any lady they want. You know, they're 5'6", little bald patches.
Damn, she has a really high view of guys who choose to settle down.
Play your cards. I mean, I'm not a supermodel, just play your cards. And some of them can't do that. So they go into long-term relationships. They get to know somebody through a friend. But now they don't have to do that anymore. They go on dating apps, and guess what? They can talk to 5 or 6 ladies.
The guy she's describing isn't talking to 5 or 6 ladies at a time on a dating app. I can promise you that much.
They can go on 6. I know a guy who said, "I had a date every single day this month." They can feel like the playboy they've always wanted to be. So they don't need to hide behind this nice guy persona anymore, do you see? Secretly, all men want to feel the thrill of being that man and picking up any woman they want. But that's not what men are supposed to do. Women are the ones who can basically get whatever we want because men are so easy. But they've flipped it totally back around, reflecting everything that they are back onto us. But I digress. That's where the good guys went, on the dating apps. You'll hear people like Zuckerberg say, "The new way to date in the future is through dating apps. Everybody's going to be dating on dating apps." No, you don't understand what's really going on. being exposed through dating apps. It took me 1 year of dating apps to realize these men on here are hot garbage.
And the men she was meeting on the apps probably weren't 5'6" and balding, which is probably why she wasn't able to secure one.
I would meet better quality men in a nice club, in a nice event. Oh, gorgeous, very polite. But at that point, I was only looking for some fun. And I just found candy and trophies to play with because that's what women can do.
Yeah, it is easier for women to sleep around, but most women don't find happiness in doing so.
We're the playboy if we wanted to be. Thank God we have good hearts, so we'd be acting like wild animals, like a man. You see, they must keep you in the house so that you're not running around there. They think that if we run around outside, we're going to do what they do. We don't. We actually want love, connection, a good father for our children.
She wasn't looking for connection when she was in the club, though.
We're actually legit. We go on a date, we're like, yeah, this is what I'm looking for. And a man's sitting there just looking you right in the eyes, just lying to you because he's trying to play the nice guy so that he can get access. Because that's the only way that medium average looking guys get access, is through emotionally manipulating here.
She's not wrong about how nice guys play the game, though, so I'll give her that. And there's a difference between just your everyday good guy and your self-proclaimed nice guy.
So now they're on the dating apps, emotionally manipulating 5 or 6 women at once. They're busy. I dated a 50-year-old. He says, I've been on dating apps since the 90s. Since like the very first AOL dial-up. And then he said once, I've never picked up a lady from the bar. I know it sounds kind of but if you see somebody in person and you're able to smile and be polite and have good posture and have good smells, why can't you hit on a lady in person?
Because guys who women genuinely find attractive in real life can have all the fun in the world on a dating app. It just makes the whole creating a roster thing that much easier. But of course, this isn't the sort of thing a majority of guys can pull off.
Nobody ever, you don't have that confidence? That's not good. I prefer a man who's actually picked up a lady once or twice. But because he's so darn good looking and he's so polite and sweet with his words, he did it, boom, within a night, not within a week.
This is so silly. A guy who can game a girl like that is most likely going to do that exact same thing with other women. Just think about it for a second. How do you think players get good at what they do?
Or a month worth of texting, and then when you meet up in person, it's a complete hot mess because they're nothing like what they said they were on the dating app. So no, dating apps are not the way that we're gonna date in the future. Dating is falling apart as it seems right now. It's falling apart. It's backfiring big time because being stuck to another person, unpopular opinion, is not what we're here to do. We're not here to tie ourselves down and to sacrifice for anyone. We're here to walk our own journey, those who are lucky enough to do it. And you're all lucky enough to do it so that you can find your own inner voice, your own inner compass, and go on journeys that are meant for you, not because your husband has to work to move to Texas and you gotta go move with him, you gotta sacrifice. You're his ride or die riding along with this guy who is dragging you around life, and all he wants is access.
And I wonder what it is she wants access to. Anyway, I'm not going to play the rest of this clip because it really goes nowhere. So let's move on.
Dating is really hard. It's really hard to get your hopes up about somebody and then have it not work out. I'm not crying over a man. I'm kind of am, but I also haven't eaten, so I'm emotional. But this is just gonna be a really vulnerable post, I guess. I'm trying really hard to put myself out there. I am putting myself out there. But I feel like I don't find a lot of people that I'm interested in or that I'm attracted to or that there's that connection in a multitude of ways. And so when you finally do find somebody like that and it doesn't work, I don't want to say I'm gutted. That's too strong. I'm actually okay. Despite this, I'm actually okay.
I hope this camera keep going.
No, we're gonna.
This
let
is
the
not
camera keep
true.
rolling.
This is not, doesn't even make sense.
I feel like I kind of wanted to see what this bitch was talking about for a second. All right, we ain't gonna watch the whole thing over, but I just want to see what her main point was.
Where have all the good men gone? I'll tell you where they went. They're on the dating apps, being the plague boys they've always wanted to be.
Wouldn't that make them not good men?
You see, marriage and commitment and settling down in long-term relationships are for those average-looking guys who can't really go out and just pick up any lady they want. You know, they're 5'6", little bald patches.
Damn. She has a really high view of guys who choose to settle down.
Play your cards. I mean, I'm not a supermodel, just play your cards. And some of them can't do that. So they go into long-term relationships. They get to know somebody through a friend. But now they don't have to do that anymore. They go on dating apps, and guess what? They can talk to 5 or 6 ladies.
The guy she's describing isn't talking to 5 or 6 ladies at a time on a dating app. I can promise you that much.
They can go on 6. I know a guy who said, I had a date every single day this month. They can feel like the playboy they...
Okay, I can sum this up. I knew it wouldn't take me long to sum it up. What up, William? Yeah, I would. I knew it wouldn't. It wouldn't take me long to sum this video up. So she's claiming these 5'6" guys with bald patches. Like, listen, even if they are 5'6" with bald patches, they're handsome as fuck and they got money. And probably well dressed and charismatic. Women don't discuss average men. You got to think. In a woman's mind, a guy who's an 8 is an average Joe. She's like, at least I'm not going after 9s and 10s. He got a bald patch though, but he's like, he still look like a fucking model. He look like Jason Statham or something. And he fucking a millionaire. But he's just regular guy. He got a bald patch. Like, shut the fuck up.
So let's move on.
Dating is really hard. It's really hard to get your hopes up about somebody and then have it not work out. I'm not crying over a man. I'm kind of am, but I also haven't eaten, so I'm emotional. But this is just gonna be a really vulnerable post, I guess. I'm trying really hard to put myself out there. I am putting myself out there. But I feel like I don't find a lot of people that I'm interested in or that I'm attracted to or that there's that connection.
Baby. AKA, it's not working out with guys way out of my league. I mean, granted, she's not looking good right now, but even when she's dialed up, she's average at best. So, oh my gosh. Just stop trying to date. She's clearly 30 plus. If you couldn't bag a Chad from 18 to 30, it's never going to happen. And I know you would rather die alone, broke under a bridge, than be in a relationship with a guy on your level. So just cool. I accept that. Just stop dating. So you can stop crying yourself to sleep. Just stop dating, please. It's never gonna work out with Chad, and you're gonna be the reason it would never work out with a regular average Joe guy. So please just fucking stop. So yeah, if y'all want me to stay on 2 hours with my sick self, I'm looking to meet a $25 live stream goal. Nothing has been met. Cash App, PayPal, Streamlabs, all at the top of the chat. Those are the preferred methods. So the man can't get his hand in my pocket. $5 makes you the live stream sponsor. It makes you the big dog of the stream, king of the stream, or queen of the stream. Shout out to the Rare Bellas. I don't know if there's any Rare Bellas in the house. Make yourself known. Or you could do super chat, super sticker, dollar symbol on the right of the chat box. Even though YouTube take 30% off the top and make me wait 30 days to get it, 70% of something is better than 100% of nothing, you dig? She looks really bad. I like, why? I can never have sympathy for women who record themselves crying. I just can't. And we already know what's up with the tattoos. And then I think she got gauges in her ear. It's just yeah. Mucinex. I gotta look into it. See if she says anything profound. So yeah, I'm looking into not looking into it. I want to get into this one.
I see it.
It's mom to 3, proud of her BBL. Don't be overweight and make at least 50K. That should be good. Did you get that Cash App I sent through Rumble yesterday? Wait, Cash App you sent through Rumble. Hold on. Well, wait, was it a Cash App or was it a Rumble chat donation? Cash App. Let me look real quick. Did I get a Cash App? Let's see. Uh, I thought I acknowledged it. Yeah, I'm almost positive I did. Yeah, I did acknowledge it. I don't know if maybe you donated and didn't stay long or something. Maybe you bounced, but fuck it. This is for you for the donation again. Will or William? I don't know which one you prefer.
That's a hard nigga. It's the happiest day of my life, is what I'm saying.
You a gangster now. I'm winning any motherfucking way. I can't lose.
Hard to put myself out there. I am putting myself out there. But I feel like I don't find a lot of people that I'm interested in or that I'm attracted to or that there's that connection in a multitude of ways. And so when you finally do find somebody like that and it doesn't work, I don't want to say I'm gutted. That's too strong. I'm actually okay, despite.
Is gutted another word for cooked? Because if so, you're gutted. You're gutted, man. Like, look, I'm gonna say something harsh and strong. I'll put it like this. We'll do the reverse. Let's say there's this guy, and he's never had a date. He's never had a kiss. You know, he's always complaining about women don't like me. You know, women suck. Life sucks. Dating sucks. Can't get a date. Nothing ever works out. All right, cool. And let's just say this dude is a 5. He's just a regular guy. He's a 5. If I introduced him to a nice chubby girl who was a 5, and like, no, I don't feel the chemistry. Be like, fuck you, dude. You don't deserve love. If you're not willing to get over your superficial shit, then you don't deserve love. All this shit about people having preferences and this and that. Look, if you can't see past your superficial preferences and try to build a connection with a fellow human that may not be super hot to you or may not fit your stereotypical thing or look that you feel like creates chemistry, then you don't deserve love, honestly, in my humble opinion. Male or female. Male or female. I mean, okay, y'all giving me the full okay, send your remedies to moderndatingcure@gmail.com. and I'll check them later. Respect, man. So, well, we talked about this before. I feel like most men would be willing to date a 5. I feel like I feel like most men would date a 5 seriously. Even T. Orlando back before he was a dog probably would have dated a 5 seriously. You know? But women just can't do it, bro. What do y'all think? Y'all let me know in the chat. Do you think most men would date a 5 if she was a cool ass chick? Like even if the chemistry wasn't strong, as far as like that physical connection, if she was just cool as fuck, ride or die, just cool to be around. Do you think? Do you think most men would date a 5? I think most men would, and I think most men would date a chick like a chubby chick, a chubby 5 at that. So really, probably a 3, but we'll just say a chubby 5. I think most men would, especially a lonely man or a man who haven't got play on the date market, definitely, or a man who's been failing. Like, okay, let's put it like this. Let's say there was a 5 guy who actually was pulling 7s, but it never worked out. Like it was a 5 guy who has had 5 failed relationships with 7s and 8s. Even that guy would say, "Fuck it, let me see what's up with a 5. let me give a 5 a shot." But these women can't fucking do it genuinely. A man can genuinely see what's up and try to seriously date a woman he's not all that attracted to. Women just can't do it. They're too fucking shallow and superficial. They just, especially if they tasted better, you just can't do it. So, but okay, cool. You can't do it, but we can't feel sorry for you. Just like you can't do it with those guys, we can't feel sorry for you.
Work. I don't want to say I'm gutted. That's too strong. I'm actually okay. Despite this, I'm actually okay. But it is disappointing because you get excited. Then you have to rally and you have to put yourself back out there. And Merlin series trying to make me feel better.
Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. What niggas spy out you, nigga? Shut the fuck up.
What you mean to say is all the niggas you up with ain't shit.
You're a fucking loser. You're literally a fucking loser.
Then you have to rally and you have to put yourself back out there. And Merlin series trying to make me feel better. I don't know what I'm saying. I'm bummed and dating gets me down sometimes. And I'm trying to practice what I preach and do everything.
I mean, seriously, man. As a guy, I mean, these TikTok pages are filled with pathetic bitches just like her in her comment section talking about, I feel where you're coming from, sister, and all that. You could never, like, you're not going to get sympathy from guys because we know the reality of this shit. There's a bunch of guys, I mean, there's probably a bunch of simps that are at her level and below trying to plead their case in her comment section too. But part of those guys' brain know that a woman just like this, or probably even her, well, definitely her, has been curving them since high school. And those guys are like, well, I'm right here. If you want somebody, I'm right here. She don't want you, bro. She don't want you. Like, just never mind.
The right way and meet people in person and or on apps. I don't care. I'm not going to discriminate at this point, even though I think the apps suck. But I just really want my person. I'm really tired of being alone.
No, you're not. You're not that tired. You're not that fucking tired. There's literally at least 15 guys in the comment section of this video that you won't message or hit up or, comment back and say, "Hey, hit me up on Instagram." Here's the thing, she's a whatever, 4 or 5. There's 7s who she'd scoff at. So it's not even like she's just curving the 3s. She's curving the 7s. She might be curving 8s because they 5'6". No, like, I don't want to hear that shit. I'm just tired of being alone. You ain't that fucking tired. Because if you was that fucking tired, you would get with a 400-pound man who works at McDonald's. If it was just about the companionship and you're just oh so lonely and you want somebody to just be around you so you ain't lonely, it's fucking bullshit. And it's honestly offensive because there's millions of men who literally can't get a bitch to save their life. Like they can't get a bitch. I mean, they could get a bitch, but y'all know what I'm trying to say. Like they're genuinely lonely, contemplating like suicide. And they actually do try to put in effort and put on nice outfits and still can't get a bitch. I'm not gonna say can't get a bitch because I think most men could do some things to get a bitch, but y'all know what I'm trying to say. You telling me she can't get on a dating app right now and just get a boyfriend tomorrow? Get the fuck out of here, man.
But I just really want my person. I'm really tired of being alone. And it's people will say like you will find it when you least expect it. But like how are you gonna find something if you're not looking, if you're not putting it out there? So I find it when you least expect it. But like how are you gonna find something if you're not looking, if you're not putting it out there? So I am putting it out there. I'm going through the motions. I'm doing the work.
Women like this need to just be carted off to Mars. Put them in an oxygen bubble on Mars and just forget they exist. Alright?
And I just have to remember that I'm not in control and I can only do what I can do.
You're totally in control. One click of a fucking button and a response to the 30 messages you got in your dating app inbox right now. You're completely in control. She could go on 10 dates in 10 days. What percentage of men do you think can do that? At the acceptance of a DM. What percentage of men could go on 10 dates in 10 days?
And I just have to remember that I'm not in control and I can only do what I can do.
My bad, William. William just donated $15. He's the live stream sponsor. He's the big dog of the stream. He's the king of the stream. This for you, Will. Everybody shout out Will. $15 down, $10 to go if y'all want me to stay on 2 hours with my stuffy voice. $10 more to go. I think we can meet that. I really think we can meet that. But yeah, William set it off right.
Thank you for being there, man. Charles, I run shit. You just live here.
More power to him.
You can't treat him like any of the other niggas around here because he ain't like any of the other niggas around here. You got it?
Right on, brother, I hear you. Man, I hear you. City boy, city boy.
My nigga.
Uh, let's move on. Let's knock this out real quick, and then we might finish that other one. $10 more to stay on 2 hours. Cash App, PayPal, Streamlabs all at the top of the chat. Everybody hit the like button.
There we go. Hi. What's your name? What's going on?
Kendra G Singles, the dating app, is available now on iPhones and Android phones.
You use what's your cover? You ready? You ready?
You said, what am I covering? I'm ready.
I didn't say what are you covering. I said, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Can you hear me? Okay, but put something over your legs.
What I'm showing? What kind of shit is that?
Is this camera on me?
Yes, it's on.
That's stupid. Use your
Nasty bitch.
Aho. 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 Aho.
Aho. Aho.
You gotta know when to say when, bitch. Our coochie cutter days are over. Forever 21 was a lie. Sit down. Stop playing with yourself.
What I'm showing?
I'm trying to help you out. Okay. Oh, you like to? Okay. Okay. What's your name, honey?
Leah.
I hate when they act dumb. Oh, I'm showing. Basically laying on the bed with her legs open in a short ass dress with her panties showing. Like she knew what the fuck she was doing. You know, woes are inherently full of shit. And to a lot of people that would sound sexist, but I would think let me say this. Men who are over 30 who haven't realized that woes are inherently full of shit irk the shit out of me. Like, bro, where have you been? Have you talked to any women? Like, what do you mean I don't know what I'm talking about and I'm a sexist and misogynist? Have you been interacting with women from 18 to 30? How do you not have the discernment to come to the conclusion that yes, as a whole, not all, but most, as a gender, woes are just inherently full of shit? Just whatever. Let's just continue. Is this a man? Like, oh my gosh. Let's just continue.
What's your name, honey?
Leah.
Leah, where you calling me from?
Washington, D.C.
How old are you?
Grow the fuck up. True evolution, that true growth as a human, it just isn't there. Oh my God, are you fucking 16? Mentally, yes, she is. Mentally, yeah. Most women's brains don't develop too far past 20 at max. I'm talking like, and this is doctorate level one.
Morning, Chuck. We got a basic ass bitch to go over here. Let's see what happens.
Washington, D.C.
How old are you?
39.
39. What you do for a living?
So I'm a custodian. I'm actually on my way. I'm supposed to be on my way getting ready for work right now. I didn't think you.
You're a whore.
Stop it. Y'all quit playing. Quit playing.
Get you old. Stop trying to act like you this fragile little butterfly. You getting older and don't nobody want your old bitter ass. That's what that is what it's about.
Like, aging is a hard thing for women to come around to and to accept. That's a hard thing. Have you ever watched a fucking Cinderella movie where it be some old bitch and a prince come out on his horse and carriage to an old bitch and say, hey, here's the glass slipper, I want to take you off. She skated by the first 30 years. Didn't even have to put any effort in, right? But she's getting older now. She's older. And that's where all, you can't manipulate me. That's wrong shit. She still thinks that just because she's still getting likes, I still got it. Bitch, no, you don't. Because if you got it, you would get what you want.
Okay, this is what I want to talk about. Okay, you're a janitor, fine. But like, there's so many angles. First off, if you gonna be a train wreck woman who ain't never gonna submit to a man or pick a decent man to build a life with for a lifetime, you need to have a good job. Like these women can't afford to just not submit to a man and make a relationship work for a lifetime and be making 40, 50, 60,000 a year before tax. It just ain't gonna work up. It just ain't gonna work out. Like that's one angle. Another angle, like you about to get ready for work, so you gonna be late for work at 40 because you wanted to go on the Kendra G dating show. They're just jokes, man. At 40, you should be a responsible grown woman. Not a woman who's gonna risk being late for her job, her livelihood, so she can come on a ghetto ass dating show. Woman had every opportunity for the past 25 years to get with a man and build a life. I'm positive. I'm 99% sure this woman isn't a good woman romantically. And we're only a minute and 17 seconds in. There is no good reason for a woman to be single at this age, unless she's a widow. And she's not a widow. Well, I don't know if she's a widow or not, but look, I'm gonna look. She's not a good woman, but I'll just leave it there.
For work right now. I didn't think you was gonna choose me. I know, I'm sorry.
Well, I'll go fast since you gotta go to work. You have any kids?
I have 3 boys.
How old are your 3 boys?
You said how old are they?
Yes.
14, 7, and 5.
Okay. All by the same man?
No, I have 2.
2 men. All right. Here, I've been married?
No, I've never been married.
Married. Okay. So we got Leah, DC, 39, custodian. You're a custodian?
Yes, I'm a custodian. I work for the federal government cleaning congressman offices. I am an overnight custodian.
Ooh. Like nobody gives a fuck. It's not to hurt your feelings at all. It's definitely not. Again, I think it's impressive. I'm not getting ready to go throw a party for this hoe. I don't care.
Okay, you see what she did there? You see what she did there? She had to fancy it up. I ain't just any old custodian. I clean shit off the congressman's floor. Like, look, why do they gotta try to fancy it up, man?
Oh, you fancy, huh? Oh, you fancy, huh? You fancy, huh? Oh, you fancy, huh?
Just, I'm not knocking it. I'm not knocking being a custodian, but don't try to fancy up being a custodian. I'm a sanitation manager, cleanliness boss. What, like, no. I'm the head sanitation clerk management boss. Like, no.
Congressman offices. I am an overnight custodian.
Okay. 3 boys by 2 men. And what's your
custodian wearing that? I don't wear this to work, duh. But go ahead.
What's your zodiac sign?
I'm Aquarius.
Aquarius. All right, so let's do it. We got Leah, DC, 39, Aquarius, custodian. Mine are 3 boys by 2 men. never married. What kind of man you looking for, girl?
What kind of man am I looking for? A man that is honest, God-fearing, good hygiene, good work ethic.
Okay. Does basically showing your pussy on a ghetto dating show scream God fearing? Or cleanliness? Does it scream cleanliness? Flashing thousands of people your fucking panties? Does that give God fearing to y'all? Yeah, overnight custodian. She said for the car you gotta have some type of clearance. So yeah, she might be making 60, 70,000. I'll take that. I don't really gotta deal with too many people. It's overnight. Oh, that's damn near my dream job.
Good hygiene, good work ethic, like to travel. He can have kids.
1% of the world's pilots are black women. Both of these pilots hope to inspire others to soar with them. So especially
Leaving Belize with 19 Instagrams, 11 phone numbers, 3 girl besties, 2 crushes, 1 situationship, a UTI, and a heart full of memories. Mom, don't go off with any strangers on your trip. Me on a boat with strangers on my trip. You know, and then these are the same women that will later come out and say, what? A man did something, she came up missing, she got assaulted.
See how time fly. The underdogs on top, and I'm gonna shine, homie, until my heart stops.
See, this what a lot of women don't get. Like, I'm gonna put it like this. I'm thinking about all the hot chicks when I went to high school. All them bitches is old and washed up now. So they're not hot anymore. So they don't get any props for being hot. But here's the thing. You can transfer the clout for being hot over to the clout for being a respectable woman with 3 kids and who been honorable to a man this past 15, 20 years. You can still get respect as a 45, 50, 55-year-old woman. It's cool that you're not hot anymore. It's cool, you know, that you don't look like what you look like in high school. But, you know, when you go to your whatever 30th high school reunion or whatever, all the guys from the school, even though they look at you and they don't see what they saw when they were in high school, they can still say, oh, you got 3 kids, you've been married for 20-something years. Oh, we respect you. We respect you. You still that bitch. For different reasons, but you still that bitch. But when you're not hot anymore and you haven't done anything honorable this past 20, 30 years, yeah, you're just a complete piece of shit.
Like to travel. He can have kids because I have kids. Yeah.
You want more kids?
I'm good with my 3. And I'm like I said, I'm 39, so I don't if I meet somebody that doesn't have kids and I feel like, you know, he's a good match for me and we gonna get married and all of that, but like I don't see it in my future.
Huh? Absolutely not.
Are you delusional? Do you suffer from a mental illness?
Let me tell you something right now. It don't work that way.
Damn, you're not getting married. Did she say she was ever married? Somebody put 3 minutes in the chat. Let's see if she was ever married.
I'm trying to help you out. Okay. Oh, you like to? Okay.
Yeah, she liked the attention. Let's watch this again.
Okay, but
hang
put
up.
something over your legs.
Oh, showing her panties. This is not an accident. Does anybody believe that she's in a bed, basically nothing on, nipples poking through her shirt, panties showing? Does anybody think this was an accident? Oh, what's happening? I don't. Oh, what? Huh? My boob's about to pop out. My pussy about to pop out. Huh? What? Who? I'm on. Oh, in front of thousands of people. Huh? What? Oh, gosh, let's just go back to 3 minutes.
See it in my future, me having more kids.
Okay. Now, what are your
My future, me having more kids.
Okay. Now, what are your deal breakers?
Kids, and I feel like, you know, he's a good match for me, and we gonna get married and all of that. But like, I don't see it in my future, me having more kids.
Okay. Now, what are your deal breakers?
Lying, cheating, bad hygiene, bad communication.
Okay. Lying, hygiene, bad communication. Should he look a certain way?
I don't really have like a certain type, like a specific, you know, but I would like for him to not be overweight, like take care of himself.
Huh?
Ain't that a big coincidence? That's a coinky dink.
That's a big bitch.
We'll get the likes up. Yeah, double chin talking about don't be overweight. Yep. Can't make it up, y'all. Can't make it up. $10 more to keep me on 2 hours. We basically at an hour now. So I say we only got 9 likes. There's 29 people watching with 9 likes. Complete slap in the face. Complete slap in the motherfucking face. I'm going on 10 years doing this for the people. And it's okay, 10 likes and 30 people watching. Come on now. Come on now, dog.
Is this camera on me? Yes, it's on. That's stupid. Use your common sense.
We got this for everybody who watch me right now who hasn't hit the like button.
Look who's talking.
Okay, not that one. I got this for anybody who's watching right now who hasn't hit the like button.
And so you've been a homosexual all your life, you said earlier, right?
I got this for everybody who watching right now who haven't hit the like button.
You just don't get it, do you? You don't.
Come on now, dog. Come on, man.
$10 more to keep me on for 2 hours. Cash App, PayPal, Streamlabs all at the top of the chat. Or Super Chat, Super Sticker, dollar symbol on the right of the chat box. Come on, people, I'm sick. Just hit the like button for that alone. Have some sympathy for me and hit the like button.
Not be overweight, like take care of himself, you know, keep up with himself. But I don't have like a certain look, so I can't really tell you. Like, yeah, I have different types.
All right. Should he make a certain amount of money?
As long as it's over 50,000, more than me, make more than me, like.
How much for that 60 to 70K theory? So I could tell she want a bag. She want a nigga with a bag, but she said 50K. So she did the right thing. She want a nigga to make 6 figures, but she said 50K. That's the best way to try to get 50K. Or that's the best way to get 100K by saying 50K. So I'll give this dingbat credit for that. But shout out to Tony. Everybody shout out Tony. We at 2 hours. Tony put us over the edge. Just for you, Tony. Everybody shout out Tony. We going 2 hours because of him.
That's a hard nigga. It's the happiest day of my life, is what I'm saying.
Hit it, hit it, hit it, hit it.
You a gangster now. I'm winning any motherfucking way. I can't lose.
Hold on, virtue signaling. Hey, shout out to Chuck for his 5 wacky bucks.
Thank you for being there, man. Charles Ray. I run shit. You just live it.
More power to him.
You can't treat him like any of the other niggas around here, because he ain't like any of the other niggas around here. You got it?
Right on, brother. I hear you. Man, I hear you.
My man.
City boy, city boy.
My nigga.
50,000 more than me, make more than me, like
Okay.
stability. Have some type of stability. I would like for him to be financially stable. That's a wide range, but as long as you know, not out here penny pinching.
When should he be in DC?
Somebody said, you said when can he be? Does he have to be in DC?
Yes.
He could be in DC. He could be. I don't see me doing a long-term relationship. No, I don't see how that would work.
She said it right. I know many of y'all thinking she meant to say she can't see herself doing a long distance relationship, but no, she said it right the first time. She can't do a long-term relationship. And that's been proven. That she's 40 and on Kendra G. That was her ancestor speaking, trying to save men, and that was just her subconscious speaking.
Me doing a long-term relationship. No, I don't see how that would work.
Okay. Let's do the Kendra Cam. That's when you stand up and we see your full body.
Okay. Ooh. I'm gonna flip it around to the mirror. Oh, hold on. What am I doing? Kendra Cam. How you flip it? How I flip it, Kendra?
Just take the camera.
Okay, let me just hold it like this.
Okay, yeah, that works. You have a body on you. You're thick. You got a body, girl. Ooh,
Thank you.
Our colors match.
Yes, we are matching.
Yes.
But you know what's so crazy? Like, I literally was in the house with this on. This is like, I'm in the house, just in the house. I'm not going nowhere with this on. So I don't wear this out the house, y'all.
Well, technically.
But you're gonna wear it in front of potentially 100,000 people. So that's worse than wearing it at the house. Because that's worse than wearing it out the house. Because if you wore it out the house, what? Maybe, 20, 30, 40, 50 people would have looked at you while you was out the house. This is 100 to 200,000 people watching you. So, yeah, never mind.
You're so dumb. You are really dumb. For real.
I'm in the house, just in the house. I'm not going nowhere with this on. So I don't wear this out the house, y'all.
Well, technically you out the house.
Like I said, I'm in here about to put on my... No, I'm about to put on my uniform. Like I have a uniform and everything I have to wear.
No, I get it.
Ready
When
for
you
work.
call us, though, when you call us, you out the house. You in front of the world.
Oh yes.
All right. So when was your last relationship?
So what's next? They supposed to hit.
I'm not done. When was your last relationship?
My last relationship was 3 years ago. Can you
Your
hear
phone's
me?
going in and out. Yeah, your phone's going
Can
in
you
and
hear me?
out.
I said almost
Yes.
3 years ago. Almost 3 years. No, 3 years ago.
Okay, you don't have to answer, but I'm gonna ask. When's the last time you was intimate with someone?
I'm not going to answer.
Okay. 3 flaws you have to work on.
3 flaws. I would say I am quick to leave. I protect my peace. So, I guess.
Well, that's every woman, right? Well, that's most women, or most women I cover. Quick to leave. And you're going to be quick to leave every relationship. And you're never going to be in a long-term relationship. You're never going to be in a lifelong lasting relationship, even if you get in a relationship on your deathbed.
That's a flaw. Like, if you do anything that I don't like, I'm out.
Is this camera on me? Yes, it's on. That's stupid. Use your common sense.
If someone does anything you don't like and you're out, you're never going to be in a relationship for more than a few weeks. If that was true, you're dooming yourself to never be in a relationship. Everybody's going to do something you don't like. That's the dumbest shit I've ever heard. That's one of the dumbest things I've ever heard.
What you mean to say is all the niggas you up with ain't shit.
Hi, how are you?
It's better if we find somewhere private, baby.
Like, if you do anything that I don't like, I'm out. I need to, I guess, work on accepting that nobody's perfect.
Okay.
Oh, another flaw. What's another flaw? I don't know. Like, I gotta pick something negative about myself. I'm not gonna say.
It's self-improvement. Self-improvement.
Okay, well, I want to start my own business, so I guess I want to.
Here we go! Here the fuck we go! Here the fuck we go!
I'll write that down. I need that I'm a boss meme added ASAP. Let me write that down. I got to get on that. Writing that down right.
Okay, well, I want to start my own business, so I guess I want to tap into something I don't really know what I want to do. Like I said, I work overnight. I chose to work overnight because I have kids, and the schedule allows me to be there for them during the day. I just want to tap into myself again and get more driven as far as like what I would like to do as far as.
Look, it's never too late. But based on everything I've heard and seen, she ain't starting no business. She don't got what it take to be a successful business owner. Shout out to John. he sent in $5. He says no No self-respecting, intelligent man. Oh fuck. Let's see. He says no self-respecting, intelligent man would sign up for a relationship with a woman who says, "If you do anything I don't like, I'm out." Facts. That's so stupid. If you do anything I don't like, I'm out. Like that's just don't try to get in a relationship then, because everybody's gonna do something you don't like. So stupid.
Tap into myself again and get more driven as far as like what I would like to do, as far as something that I would actually enjoy doing as work.
Right.
What does that mean? What is for credits? I don't know what that means.
You know that anger you get when you deal with like a person that's just completely stupid? What's wrong with your brain? Like why do you not see what you are? Like, and I get there with women, I truly do.
Successful business owners are about their business. You you willing to be late for your job that feeds your kids so you can come on a ghetto dating show. That's not the mindset of a future successful entrepreneur.
Something that I would actually enjoy doing as work.
Okay, fair enough.
Somebody said BBL. But do it look bad? No.
Well, I never asked that question, but you have had surgery?
Grow the fuck up. True evolution, that true growth as a human, it just isn't there. Oh my god, are you fucking 16? Mentally, yes, she is. Mentally, yeah. Most brains don't develop too far past 20 at max. I'm talking like, and this is doctorate level woman. Are you fucking serious, ho? like his. Let him genuinely talk. You'll see real fast, like, oh my god, this bitch is dumb as hell. She wouldn't have to resort to online dating. If her personality was just so great and she was amazing.
I've slept with over 200 men. 200 men?
She's going to have issues for the rest of her life.
Y'all killing me with this. Y'all trying to kill me. You're killing me, man. Y'all just don't want to believe the truth. You don't want to believe it.
His publicist helped calm him down.
Well, I never asked that question, but you have had surgery?
Yeah, I had enhancement, but I never had a small butt.
Oh, you got your butt? All you did was your butt? You do anything, any other body part?
Yeah, I got a tummy tuck too.
Okay.
You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious?
Do anything, any other body part?
Yeah, I got a tummy tuck too.
Okay.
I had three natural births. Okay, I'm done. I wanted it put back all together. Okay,
Listen,
how it was before it started.
It's very common in our time. I don't normally ask that question to women on my show, but since you brought it up, I figured.
I don't mind because listen.
Well, Leah, what did you do? It's telling me Leah's content contains themes some may find uncomfortable if they
I've slept with over 200 men.
Leah's content contains themes some may find uncomfortable. If they remain in your live will be unavailable for some audience. TikTok is telling me to remove you. What did you do, Leah?
What did I do? I don't know.
It says if you remain in your live will be unavailable to some audiences. If you remain in your live will be unavailable to some audiences. Leah's live content contains themes that some may find uncomfortable.
This bitch was a sex worker. I knew it. She's getting money from Trick. She probably do the janitor gig too, but she sell pussy, essentially. Either literally in some way with sex work.
Live content contains themes that some may find uncomfortable. Ooh,
because we're talking about my body.
Is that what that is?
I have no idea.
TikTok, baby, on the child. Lady was smoking, and they sent me that message.
Okay, let me put something on. Maybe I need to cover up. Maybe I need to put something on. This is funny. And I'm supposed to be going to work. I'm about to get kicked off, which wouldn't be a bad thing, because I need to go to work.
Child, okay.
Grow the fuck up.
Out of pocket for that shit. Way out of pocket. What do you gain from that?
Well, we almost done. Why would a guy be lucky to be with you, honey?
Because I am a wonderful woman. I'm funny, smart. I'm a good mom.
I hope this camera keep going.
No, we're gonna.
This
let
is
the
not
camera keep
true.
rolling.
This is not. Doesn't even make sense.
Girl. Ooh. You think you got a body, girl. Ooh. Thank you. Our colors match. You, honey.
Because I am a wonderful woman. I'm funny, smart. I'm a good mom. I'm loving, nurturing. I mean, I am a great catch. What can I say?
So, Leah, what's the age range you want to date? You're 39.
So I'm 39. So I would say from like 36 to 50.
36 to 50. Okay. Now, Leah, do you have the Kendra G Singles dating app?
I do not.
Okay, so I'm going to show you what it looks like. You have an iPhone, right?
I do.
So I'm going to make you a highlight. So this will give you a chance for men all around the world to know your profile page. So I'm going to show you what it looks like. Here we go. This is Kendra G.
Well, that was fun. All right, I'm gonna go get another water. I'm gonna play a little bit of this, and then we'll be back with the ridiculous nonsense.
And I just have to remember that I'm not in control and I can only do what I can do. But that really sucks. And I feel like I constantly oscillate between seeing, happy single women on here who are going, pick your partner wisely and just wait and just stay single and everything's fine. And I get that and I believe that, but I think about how happy I've been in my partnerships when I've had them and when they were good. And I miss that feeling so badly. And I don't want to date from a point of desperation because it's not that. And I'm not going to pick somebody just to have somebody. But I'm really tired.
I gotta say,
The woman in this clip seems like she's honestly expressing how tired she is by the whole dating game. She isn't blaming men for her problems, but just her inability to find someone to build a life with. And while she can't outright change the kind of guy she's into, she's got to do something if she doesn't want this cycle to continue. We have no idea as to what qualities she's looking for in a man, but she did mention she was using dating apps, so I have to wonder what type of guy she's matching up with. Are her standards too high? Is she looking in the wrong places? Who knows? That's something that only she knows. But from what she said in this video, the type of man she seems to be drawn to doesn't have any interest in settling down, so maybe a recalibration is needed. For now though, she's stuck between whatever her romantic ideals are and the reality of dating in 2025.
Getting no job. If you go get a job, they're gonna take my Section 8. Then you won't be able to get no Section 8. You're not going to get no job. They're gonna count your income against my Section 8 and my link card. You're not working. No. So I don't care what you gotta say. I don't care how you feel. You're not working. You're not going to get a job. You're not going to school. You're not doing none of that shit.
But Ma, I'm saying how I'm supposed to be successful in life, Ma. So you basically telling me I gotta be broke to be successful? I gotta be broke so I can get Section 8?
You gotta be
so
broke so the government can help you.
So the government can help me? So you telling me I can't work no job, bro? Like that's like all my friends got jobs and live in nice houses. So you telling me I got to go through the same thing you went through?
If you don't do any of that, they're going to take my Section 8.
How?
And I'm
Won't
trying
they
to
be
tell
like?
you
Won't
that
they
you
be?
can go get yours at ease. You can go get a
They will
nice house.
no. They will look at that and be like, he's doing something and give me a bigger house, Ma. That's what you told me.
Where I'm gonna go? 'Cause I don't have no job.
I can get off your Section 8 and apply for my own Section 8.
Okay, but if you do that, you're gonna have to go the hard way. It's gonna take long.
So what? That's what I'm
Wait
saying.
2 months, get on Section 8, find you a nice apartment, go get you a link card. You will be fine. You don't have to sit up and work. You don't have to work no job. The government is here to help us.
This video was absolutely wild to me, but this sort of mentality is why some broke people stay broke, always relying on Big Daddy government to take care of them. This is some of the saddest ish I've seen.
I just had the weirdest interaction with a man who's 41 and unmarried. This conversation was discussing children, and he said, yeah, maybe when I get older. And so I said to him, what's older? I was like, how old are you? And he said, I'm 41. And I'm like, right, so what's older? And I made a joke and I said, just 41, you're getting up there.
Just left 35, right? And it's like, you're getting up there. Well, all right.
Like the Drake and Lil Yachty conversation, like, yeah, you're getting up there. And he got extremely offended by this and was like, nobody wants to be called old. I'm not old. I don't think I'm old. I don't feel old. He got really upset and emotionally worked up. And I apologized to him and said, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to offend you. But I kind of saved it by saying, like, if I had to give back all the knowledge and the wisdom and the experience that I have, and somebody said, I'm going to take all this away from you and you'll be 20 again, I would. And it was this
hard way. It's gonna take long.
So what? That's what I'm saying.
2 months, get on Section 8, find you a nice apartment, go get you a link card. You will be fine. You don't have to sit up and work. You don't have to work no job. The government is here to help us.
This video was absolutely wild to me, but this sort of mentality is why some broke people stay broke, always relying on Big Daddy government to take care of them. This is some of the saddest ish I've seen.
I just had the weirdest interaction with a man who's 41 and unmarried. This conversation was discussing children, and he said, yeah, maybe when I get older. And so I said to him, what's older? I was like, how old are you? And he said, I'm 41. And I'm like, right, so what's older? And I made a joke and I said, just 41, you're getting up there.
just left 35, right? And it's like, you're getting up there. Well, all right.
Like the Drake and Lil Yachty conversation, like, yeah, you're getting up there. And he got extremely offended by this and was like, nobody wants to be called old. I'm not old. I don't think I'm old. I don't feel old. He got really...
It's pathetic. Look. Yeah, Drake is extremely insecure, like most women. Yeah, women shouldn't feed into the whole youth and beauty thing because they don't get to hold on to it for long. Develop a personality and build a family, ladies. To being the young hot bitch doesn't last very long.
yeah, you're getting up there. And he got extremely offended by this and was like, nobody wants to be called old. I'm not old. I don't think I'm old. I don't feel old. He got really upset and emotionally worked up. And I apologized to him and said, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to offend you. But I kind of saved it by saying, like, if I had to give back all the knowledge and the wisdom and the experience that I have, and somebody said, I'm going to take all this away from you, and you'll be 20 again, I wouldn't do it. I was like, I'm so happy to be my age and have like my experience and everything like that. Like there's nothing wrong with it. I was just saying like, what is older to you when it comes to kids? He tried to use the argument that men can have kids at any age, which we now know from new studies that that's like really not true because the quality of sperm goes down so much and that you're risking birth defects, so you do have to do in vitro. He tried to kind of use that like, well, you have a time clock and I don't because I'm a guy. And it was just like such a weird conversation because it's like not only did he get so offended by me saying, yeah, you're getting up there, and I said it in a joking manner, so clearly he does personally feel like 41 is old, because if he didn't think that it was old, then he wouldn't have been so emotionally charged and offended. But anyways, to what standard is a 41-year-old man unmarried with no kids like not getting up there? Which he didn't even answer my question. At what age did he think when I get older is appropriate to start having kids? Like, I don't know what's going on with this like epidemic of men, especially in these major cities. Like, what is going on?
She's not wrong in that the quality of a man's sperm does decrease over time, but it's not at the same rate of a woman's biological clock. Outside of that, though, I wouldn't suggest that men have kids in their 50s because it's tiring, and the massive age gap could cause massive communication issues and an inability to understand each other. By the time the child's 20, you'll be hitting your 70s, and I think it's a fair argument to say that this sort of thing isn't really fair to the kid. But that's just my opinion. Maybe you guys think differently.
You're trying to tell me that I can't go on holiday?
I'm not. Why do you twist it? I'm not trying to tell you you can't go on holiday. I'm trying to tell you it is not normal. It is not normal when you've got a boyfriend to go on holiday with your friend, her boyfriend, and his best friend. It's not normal.
Well, you think it's normal to train with women at the gym, and I think it's normal to go on holiday with my friends.
I knew. If it was tit for tat, yeah, and that's what you're doing, because I've let a woman jump in on a set when the gym's been packed. I come home and tell you about it. You don't speak to me for 2 weeks. Now you're telling me you're going to Ibiza as two couples with your friend.
Well, it's not couples. It's not really the same thing, is it?
2 men and 2 women. You're going to a place that involves drink, drugs. It's just a recipe for disaster. You don't want to go on holiday with me, but you want to go on holiday with them.
Wow, so controlling.
Oh my god, it's not. How can you afford to go to Ibiza?
Well, he's paying for it.
Fuck.
So you're telling me that you wouldn't go on a free holiday?
You are on the wind up, ain't you?
Get a grip. You'd be
If
going.
you are being serious, you think a man is going to just pay for you to go on holiday, and there's
Yes,
no...
that's what friends do.
Okay, you go. What does it look? How do I look to everyone else?
It's happening whether you like it or not, so I don't know what you're bothering for.
Why are you in a relationship then if every time I say I'm uncomfortable or unhappy about something, you have to do it then? So you're going to go on holiday. I'll pop round my mum's house and be like, oh, no, she's just in holiday on holiday in Ibiza with a lad.
Well, I don't care what your mum thinks. I don't even like her.
I'm 100% with the guy on this one. It's never a good look if your partner tells you that they want to go away to a party destination. Anyone that's ever been to a place like that knows what sort of environment their boyfriend or girlfriend would be walking into. And even if they don't intend on cheating, they're putting themselves in a situation that comes with major risks, which isn't conducive for a relationship.
I know you guys know the feeling, but you know, when you're 30 years old and you're single and you're like trying to put yourself out there, and your friends are all married and they're like, oh, let's go to the D-backs game, and you're like sick, and then you think like it's gonna be a night out, and then they're like 7th inning in and they're like, yeah, let's go get some ice cream after this, and I'm like, oh fuck. We have really different vibes of like what the night is gonna look like. So then you're like scouring for friends that are potentially out in the same.
It's let's see. What else I wanted to go over? Yeah, it is.
Men will use money for power and women use beauty for power. It's always been like that since the beginning of time.
Standards, like as a man, yes, I want my woman to be beautiful.
And as a woman, yes, I want my man to have some fucking money. In a relationship, we're supposed to be helping. You have to choose. Do you want your husband? Do you want your family? Or do you want the career? Me personally, I don't need a man. I'm happy. Like, I'm not a person, like, if I don't have a man, or it's like, I'm not going to be sad or depressed. Like, I'm okay with.
Well, you're gonna be sad and depressed regardless. Man, no man, whatever. You're gonna be sad and depressed. I think she said she had like a lot of bodies or something. I forgot how many bodies she said she had, but it's a lot. She is mentally fucked up. Unfortunately, like most black women are in America. Sad and depressed. Any bitch with pink hair has a future of being sad and depressed. Any black bitch with pink fucking hair. Gosh. Wow.
Like, if I don't have a man, or it's like, I'm not going to be sad or depressed. Like, I'm okay with just me.
All right, so we're speeding. So we're here with Diamond.
Hey, Diamond the body.
Diamond the body.
Cannot forget the body.
Okay.
There's too many diamonds out there. It's Diamond.
How'd you come up with the name? I mean, you obviously have a beautiful body.
Thank you. But no, I used to be a stripper.
Shocker.
Why does that not surprise me?
Don't forget the body. That's all you basic bitches have. Imagine, like, I wouldn't want that to be the thing I'm known for. Like, my whole life added up to, I got a body. It doesn't get any lower than that for a woman. Y'all see my body, you know? I ain't got a brain, but I got a body.
I mean, you obviously have a beautiful body.
Thank you. But no, I used to be a stripper.
Okay.
So that was like my stage name. And hey, White on the Set. That used to be my stage name.
Okay.
When I was a dancer. So yeah, I just kept it. Because I
Okay.
was already really popular with that name. So I didn't want to change it for my rap.
Which makes more sense, right? Because it's a continuation of who you already are.
Absolutely.
I think that makes a lot more sense. So you're from Miami. I saw a little bit of your clip.
I'm from Broward County.
You know, everybody thinks Florida's Miami.
They do. But my people will be mad if I just agree to that. They're going to be like, you from Broward County. No, I'm from Broward County. But Miami, we're cousins. We're right there.
Okay. So it's not
But
a
South
real
Florida.
difference. It's not. It's like Dade County is all the same, no?
Dade County and Broward County is two different counties, but they're like literally 30, 45 minutes away.
Okay.
But like the people from Broward, they be like, no, we're from Broward.
They're very like. It's like
Yeah.
when people live in Jersey and people be like, "Hey, oh, y'all from New York?"
Exactly.
And people are like, "No, we're in Jersey."
Right. Something
It's
like that.
It's a little bit different.
Yeah. But it's like right there.
Okay. So you do music.
Yes, I
You
do.
do music. How'd you get into that? How'd you get into making music?
It was kind of by accident.
Okay.
I wanted to be like a writer.
Okay.
And so when I wrote the song for somebody else, I was like, oh, I was showing my friend. I'm like, hey, look at this. I wrote this. And she's like, you need to be a rapper. I'm like, no, I will never be a rapper. Like I don't want to be a rapper. Like, but no, I'm not doing that. And she's like, no, but you have the look. You have this. Like, you could just be a rapper. And I'm like, no, mind you, this was before it was popular to be a female rapper.
Okay.
I started rapping like 8 years ago.
Okay.
It was before like the Cardi B and see like before
Everybody,
that.
the whole wave
Yeah.
came about.
So it was very like, what? It
Yeah.
was damn near, it didn't make sense at that time. So she was like, just play around, like have fun, like let's just go to the studio and just
Kind of just
like
see.
have fun. And so I went to the studio, like just jokingly playing, having fun, and then I actually fell in love with it.
Okay.
I like this.
Okay.
It's fun.
Was that what attracted before you realized how much work it is, or was it just like it's gonna be a lot of hard work before you fall in love with it, or you just fell in love with it, then you accepted the work that it takes?
Absolutely. I fell in love with it first, and then I just accepted, what came with it. But also, I was always a business person. I was always an entrepreneur. I always had businesses and
I hope this camera keep going.
No, we're gonna
This
let
is
the
not
camera keep
true.
rolling.
This is not, doesn't even make sense.
Yeah, her name is Diamond the Body. I'm sure you'll be able to find her Instagram pretty easy.
What came with it, but also I was always a business person. I was always an entrepreneur. I always had business.
Nobody cares about that.
Didn't know what to do because they didn't have 7 years
Of
what I'm saying?
experience and everything else.
Right. I had the time, the experience, so now I'm able to move the way I move with that exposure. That's all I needed. I just needed the platform.
Just
I already
people
had
to
the
see.
plan. I just
Okay.
needed the platform. Hey, put me right here so everybody can see me, and once they see me, I know what to
Then
do.
you got it from there.
Absolutely.
So you know this is a relationship show.
Is it?
Yes, this is we're gonna talk about relationship stuff.
Oh.
So interestingly,
coincidence.
so I wanted to get your thoughts on power dynamic.
Okay.
Right. So one of the things I wanted to talk to you about is, especially as an entrepreneur and a businesswoman, do you think that there's a lot of power plays, so from men versus power plays from women, meaning that they're like on 8 at the table, we'll say something like
Oh yeah. I just want to say this. This is random, but women have always had heavy power and an influence over men. Like when you hear, feminists talk about, oh, back in the days we were property or whatever. Women have always had power over men since the caveman days. Any bitch trying to make a other type of claim, she's an idiot and ain't worth talking to. Any woman who won't acknowledge the power that women have always had over men is a goofball. Got a million followers? Yep, 1.5. All right. All right. All right.
there's a lot of power plays, so from men versus power plays from women, meaning that they're like on 8 at the table, we'll say something like men will use money for power and women use beauty for power.
Mhm.
Or do you think that it's always been like that since the beginning of time?
Absolutely.
Like, is life basically always been less fairy tale, more transactional, or has it evolved to more love?
No, it's always been like that, but because the internet and now we're just making it more open instead of like pretending, I guess.
Okay.
So now people are like,
There's pretty much two categories of women can go into when it comes to dating and romance and interactions with men. Hoe or housewife. And if you ain't a housewife, you a hoe. After 3 partners, you pretty much a hoe. And sometimes hoes get married, but she's still a hoe. And it's probably not gonna work out until the death. Hoe or housewife. 2 categories. And honestly, if you're gonna go the housewife path, you gotta get that shit figured out pretty much before 23. After 23, it's a really good chance you're just gonna be a hoe. I'll say after 25, hard max. Well, I'll say, yeah, after 25, it's a good chance that, yeah, that sign is bullshit behind them. Yeah, but after 25, it's a good chance you probably just gonna be a hoe. If you couldn't figure it out from 15 to 25, you probably just gonna go the hoe route. Girls have a short time to get on that housewife path. It's a very narrow path. It's a very particular and narrow path. You got to do very particular, specific things to get on that path and stay on that path. If not, yeah, it's pretty much the whole route.
I want some money for my time.
Okay.
And now the guys are, they're skipping the courting and they're just using the money. Like, hey, I have money, so come fuck with me.
But what happened to all the guys if they don't have the money? What happened to those guys?
They pretend, or they don't get no bitches. They don't get no bitches.
So they got to step that game up.
They got to they need to work on themselves. Okay, so the thing is, even when they don't have money, they like, they'll buy a necklace or something, or go in debt and get a nice car just to make it look like they got, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So sometimes a girl will go with a guy just because they look like they have something.
Okay.
Then they'll find out later they ain't got
They
it.
ain't got it. It's all front.
Right.
But is that the new game, or is that always been the game that
Always.
men and women, like, are we in a competitive market when it comes to dating, relationships, marriages? It doesn't matter. Like, you have to have a competitive mindset to know that you're competing. If you go to the club, you can't be mad who gets the most attention because they did the most work.
Right. So basically,
these bitches ain't worth impressing with money. Just buy a prostitute. Like, this is a prostitute. This is an overpriced prostitute. No respectable man is tricking off anything more than what it would cost to fuck this bitch for an hour. See, I mean, I guess there's a lot of sucker dudes. Like, I mean, no respectable man is trying to impress this hooker. Like, 80% of men don't know how the game go. Niggas who know how the game go is just giving this bitch $200 to fuck for the hour at best. Only like low IQ drug dealers and like simp entertainers and fucking athletes is trying to like seriously see what's up with this bitch.
yeah, I feel like men, this is my thing, right? I feel like men do everything for women. So even getting money is like, they know that women are attracted to money. So they go and get money so they could attract women.
Yeah, but the contract.
But nobody but they don't really give a fuck about the woman as a person. They just want to use her whole, or maybe get the clout of just walking next to a chick that they can, I guess, call a baddie. This is not a baddie, but y'all know what I mean. What percentage of men actually like the personhood of most women? Like, I just want to sit in the room and just talk to this bitch for 2 hours, and I value that. Like, no. Honestly, men, generally speaking, men don't like women and women don't like men. Women like the protection and provision. Men like the sex and then maybe the cooking and cleaning. But far as who we are at the core, women don't really like men and men don't really like women. Want to get to the brass tacks of it, on average.
Contradiction sometimes, and it happens to anybody, right? You're a beautiful woman, right? You want someone to also love you for you.
Absolutely.
But what if someone's like, no, I only love you because you're beautiful?
So my thing is, I feel like that's okay. So for me personally, and I think for everybody, should have a checklist. Like, yes, I want somebody that's beautiful, but I also want somebody that has a good heart. I also want somebody that can cook. Like, it's okay to have a standards. I feel like standards. Like, as a man, yes, I want my woman to be beautiful, and as a woman, yes, I want my man to have some fucking money. There's a standard, but I also want him to be kind. I also want him to be sweet. I also want him to, have a
Okay,
good
that's what you're
heart.
saying. So the baseline is here.
Like, have the money.
This is the bottom.
Right.
Like, we start here.
We're starting at the money.
Yeah, we starting here.
Money. Do you?
Hi, how are you?
It's better if we find somewhere private, baby.
You didn't find your partner in high school or college, you're gonna grow into a prostitute. True love happens in high school or college. After that, it's just prostitution. If we want to just keep this shit simple. By the time you have a salary requirement for who you date, you're a prostitute. Well, I always say there's no good reason for a woman to be single after 25. She's not a good dating option if she's single after 25 and not a widow. She's probably grown to a prostitute by that point. Or a damaged train wreck. One or the other by 26. No woman gets to 26 and single because she was such a great woman or such a great girl from 15 to 26. Or I'll put it like this. No girl gets to 26 and single by being a good girl romantically and picking the right dudes from 15 to 25. Period.
Have a checklist. Like, yes, I want somebody that's beautiful, but I also want somebody that has a good heart. I also want somebody that can cook. Like, it's okay to have a standards. I feel like standards. Like, as a man, yes, I want my woman to be beautiful, and as a woman, yes, I want my man to have some fucking money. Like, that's a standard. But I also want him to be kind. I also want him to be sweet. I also want him to, have a
Okay,
good
that's what you're
heart.
saying. So the baseline is here.
Like, have the money.
This is the bottom.
Right.
Like we start here.
We're starting at the money.
Yeah, we starting here.
Money. Do you
and
have
then,
money? Yes. Okay. Now let me see what else you got that I like.
Then we built from there.
We build from there because at the end of the day, it's like, let's say it's 10 guys with money. I'm not gonna just go with all 10 of them. I'm gonna say, okay, I like all of them to have money. All right, cool. So that I know that we can date. So I go on a date with you, and then now I'm seeing your personality. Now I'm seeing if you're nice. Now I'm seeing if or you're an asshole. Like, and I can gauge from there. Like, okay, we went on this nice date.
Okay.
To this nice restaurant. So he has money. So he has.
Took you somewhere nice.
Yeah, he on a date.
No relationship or intact families is coming from anything you fucking with or any dude who fucking with you. Like, dating is dumb, man. This is just prostitution. If it's not leading to a family and a legacy, you just basically hoeing out here. The revolving door of men that so many women have, it's just you just out here hoeing essentially. If a family and legacy ain't coming from it, you out here just hoeing. And like I said, after a certain age, you shouldn't be getting in failed relationships. You 40 and just you 42 and just got out of a 6-month relationship, just hang it up. At 40, your picker should be fixed at 40. 22 years of dating. If the picker still ain't fixed at 40 and you still getting into failed relationships after 40, please hang up the jersey. You not relationship material at that point. Just stop. Because everybody don't want kids and marriage and legacy, fine. But you should be able to make a relationship work with another human. And if you still failing at that after 22 years on the dating market, please just stop for everybody's sake.
If you're nice. Now I'm seeing if or you're an asshole. Like, and I can gauge from there. Like, okay, we went on this nice date.
Okay.
To this nice restaurant. So he has money. So he has.
Took you somewhere nice.
Yeah, he checked the first box.
He everything.
Yes.
Okay.
But if he's on a date and he's an asshole or he has no personality or he's like whatever else, then I'm like, okay, I don't like him.
Because he started at the baseline. So do you think someone with no money could make you happy? I'm talking about someone who is kind-hearted, loyal, someone who is honest.
If you catch her on a sidewalk and you in a car, it is what it is.
She might not have told you this, but my daughters do not respect men. So I'm letting you know that now, and I'm not joking when I tell you that, brother. And they have mouths when it comes to them getting into disagreements and engagements with men, and they will verbally put some lashings on you, brother, because they don't respect men. I'm just giving it to you forefront, brother, so you know what you're going in.
Like this, and I'll say this on Oprah, and this applies to 80% of women. If a woman don't got a decent man controlling her, she's gonna be a piece of shit. 80% of women are gonna be pieces of shit unless a halfway decent man is controlling her. Point blank. It's that fucking simple, and that's always gonna be true for natural born biological women. 80% of women are gonna just be pieces of shit unless they got a halfway decent man controlling their moves and how they act, how they talk, period. It's that simple.
This and someone who actually has your back regardless.
Women don't move righteously just for the sake of moving righteously. Even when they pretend to move righteously, it's to get a certain benefit. It's gonna be true in 2025 and year 4045. Until they put a chip in our brain and we ain't even human no more. Then maybe they can come up with some other shit. But natural born women are just they're gonna be pieces of shit. They're gonna side with Satan and ride with Satan if you give them the freedom to. They're not gonna be good people on their own just for the sake of being good people. Women know that. Women would agree with me. If women talked about their experiences with women, they would say, yeah, women are pieces of shit on average.
You think someone with no money could make you happy? I'm talking about someone who is kind-hearted, loyal, someone who is honest, and someone who actually has your back regardless of anything in this world. But they just love you, and they're doing their best to get to where they gotta go. It's just sometimes, sometimes it just doesn't happen that easy.
Right.
Sometimes it doesn't happen at all.
Right.
But
I mean, damn, sis, why does somebody have to tell you not to be a bitch? Why is that your go-to?
Just it's interesting, man. AD said this a long time ago. Like, women only act good when they're humble or when they're fucked up. Now, but that's not really being good. You're just being good now because you gotta be and you don't got nothing else. When women are ran through and old and fucked up and got a bad knee now they'll try to be righteous. No, that don't count now. I mean, it do count because you can still do good in the world, but y'all know what I mean. You see people's true character when they're winning and they got power and leverage over people. That's when you see somebody's true character. Not when they lose and got a bad knee, don't got a dollar to their name, can't eat. Well, yeah, of course you're gonna be a sweetheart then. Of course. If I was God, I would judge if women getting her. If I was God, I would judge if a bitch is getting into heaven or hell, how she acted from 18 to 25. Flat out. Strictly.
world, but they just love you, and they're doing their best to get to where they gotta go. It's just sometimes, sometimes it just doesn't happen that easy.
Right.
Sometimes it doesn't happen at all.
Right.
But
I feel like
they love you.
Okay.
Truly love you.
I think that is possible.
Okay.
But that person has to also be very motivated and very ambitious, and I have to see the work that they're doing to get to a level. And I can say, you know what? I know that if you keep this hard work going, you're gonna be something someday.
Now, like the reverse, right? You see like some people, like if they're born rich, like their family, they were rich, and then when they get older, they have nothing to do with it.
Right.
They just don't have no ambition for it. They don't want. You can't talk them into wanting it because they had it.
Absolutely.
And I also think there are people who they're like, yo, I just want you to love me.
No.
I'm gonna work. I'm gonna go to work every day.
Yeah.
I'm gonna come home. I'm gonna be faithful, but I'm not gonna be able to take care of you the way you want to be taken care of. Can you love me?
So the thing about me is
You can't make this shit up. You can't make this shit up. Y'all heard it.
Her ability to love was probably fucked out of her at 14. Not to be weird, but a lot of these chicks, they've been getting around since they was 12, 13, 14 years old. Their pair bonding ability was shot before they graduated high school. Her ability to love has been left decades ago, and she only 34. and it left 2 decades ago. She don't see men like that no more. A man is just strictly a utility. I don't really believe in a woman's ability to love after 25. It's possible, but generally speaking, no. Generally speaking, no. After 3 sexual partners, no. Maybe, if she 35 and only had 1 or 2 bodies, maybe it's still possible. But in my opinion, after 3 bodies, no. They're just gonna use you as a utility at that point, or emotional tampon. Look, it's not about loving you for who you are as a man after 3 sexual partners.
I'm gonna be faithful, but I'm not gonna be able to take care of you the way you want to be taken care of. Can you love me?
So the thing about
Let me say this. Let me say this. I don't think all women are transactional. There are women who found their husband, and I mean, we could talk about other ways that they're a piece of shit 50 years in and all that. But I believe there are women who are good to their men and good women romantically. I mean, we could have an argument if they're good women in general. We could say no, but they're good to their men. They would give a kidney to their man. They do whatever they man need them to do. They have been for decades. Those women exist. They're not on a dating market though, and they ain't talking shit on social media. So it's like out of sight, out of mind. But I do believe there are millions of women, probably hundreds of millions of women around the world who are playing their motherfucking position respectably and being whatever their man needs them to be, and they genuinely love their man and will give them a kidney. They exist. There are women with broke men who ain't providing shit. I mean, they provide masculinity and that male common sense. I mean, they providing shit, but I'm saying there are women who are the breadwinners who pay all the bills, and they genuinely love their man because they've been with him since they were young. And whatever a situation happened where the woman had to be the breadwinner, and she's still with him. She could have left, but she's still with him. We just don't hear about those women because they're living their life. They're not on social media. They probably the quiet lady at work. Like that's why they're out of sight, out of mind. I'm not gonna sit here and say there's no women in the world that are being good women to their man. I'm not gonna say that. They not single though. Pretty much, they're just flat out not single. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah, there's some women who pay all the bills and still submit because she genuinely love this motherfucker. But yeah, most women are transactional and shit. Yeah, it's true most of the time. But I believe in the exceptions. But the exceptions to the rule don't disprove the rule; they prove the rule. But yeah, there's women who out there doing what they need to do, and with their man, loyal to their man. All women don't cheat. All women ain't disloyal. I mean, there's argument to be made. All women are bitches. She might be a bitch. She might nag him, but she don't cheat on him. You know what I mean? He can count on her. She might nag the shit out of him, but if he's somewhere stranded in the snow in a snowstorm, she gonna try to find a way to get to him. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's not about just shitting on women. It's not that RB don't believe that a woman can't be good to a man, or a woman can't love a man. Just period. I don't believe that. And no, I don't believe all women are always just looking for the next best thing. I don't believe that. There are some women who are pair bonded with their husband. There are women who have only had sex with their husband since they were 17. They've been together since they were 17. She has no desire to be with another man. Even a rich nigga with a big dick, tall, whatever. She has genuine, like, women can pair bond with one man. We always talk about a woman's pair bonding ability getting destroyed, but some women didn't get their pair bonding ability destroyed. And they've been with their husband since they were 15 years old, and she genuinely loved that man. She might still be a bitch. She might still nag him. She may have lost respect for him, but she do love the motherfucker. She still would give him a kidney, and she still would go try to pick him up in a snowstorm or whatever the fuck you want to use as the gauge. There's women who were the breadwinners for 30, 40 years. Husband didn't work at all, and she still submitted to him. I mean, these things exist. No, they're not the norm, but I ain't gonna say it don't exist. They exist. I mean, even people in this modern dating cure fucking lives chat tell us stories about their grandparents or parents or the grandfather died and grandmother never married again for 30 years because she just so in love with grandpa. So we ain't gonna act like love don't exist or women can't love or women can't be loyal or all women cheat or none of we ain't gonna do that. But they're definitely not single. That's the point. These bitches out here on the single dating market is all bad. Yeah, some women do put their family above their happiness. That's a fact. We ain't gonna hear about them on the internet though. So that's why a lot of us don't think they exist. They exist. But if you single looking for a woman now on the dating market in 2025, they damn near don't exist. They exist, but they with somebody. They're not single. So yeah, if you a single man on the date market looking for that, yeah, tough luck. I mean, good luck with that. Probably not gonna find it. Yeah, if you a 30-plus-year-old man, yeah, probably not gonna find it. Because those women still do exist in 2025, but they ain't single over 30. Shit, they ain't single over 22. Because they were marriage minded at 14 and 15 date. So you're not gonna catch them. If the bitch single these days, if a bitch single after 23, she probably not a good woman, flat out. Good women get snatched up before they graduate college or before they hit 23. I just put it like that. They ain't at clubs, like they just no. They exist. All right, just 2 hours. I'm sick. I'll catch y'all tomorrow. How others treat you is their karma. How you treat others is your karma. Be nice to people because God's watching. Keep your soul clean. Keep your karma clean. God's gonna ask you about it when you meet him. Remember, I'm a nice guy, but I've never done anything remotely wrong my entire life. Ever. Follow me on Rumble, link in the description. Check out merch, link in the description. Join the membership, link in the description for exclusive episodes every week when I can remember. I'll catch y'all tomorrow between 6 and 8 p.m. Central Time. Take care, family. Thank you for everybody that donated. A chicken soup, hot tea. Thank y'all. Love y'all, man.